All right, Bev, we've got a date night thanks to Mission. We've got a beautiful meal cooked for us and looking forward to a chat.
Very romantic, mate. It's a great privilege for me to be here dining with you, mate.
Thank you. Nice to feel like Dana for the day. So you might be wrong here, 10 years in coaching?
10 years, yeah. 10 years down.
You've been in footy most of your life. What do you still love about the game and footy itself?
Well, I still remember when I was a 5-year-old and pretending I was Trevor Barker and taking speckies on mum and dad's bed. You know, my passion and love for the game stems right back to my first awareness that there was even the game of rugby rules. So I've still got that sort of boyhood love for the game in me, even though I'm tender age of 54 now. Yeah. And so my passion and drive now is for others and young men like yourself to get the most out of your journey and your career and enjoy seeing you flourish and achieve things. So tell me, because you're such a creative, intelligent and an emotionally charged young man, when we think about the science and the arts, we think about Cody Weightman as being in the arts. What comes first? Is that an escape from the seriousness of footy, or is it just you're so passionate about your interests that it doesn't really matter what comes first?
Yeah, I haven't explored it as much as what comes first, but I've definitely noticed the relationship between the two, and even the last couple of weeks coming out of surgery, not having footy, I haven't had that creative energy to create art. And I think that comes from the exercise, you get the endorphins and you start to feel creative, and then you explore the stuff off field as well on the canvas. But I find that they definitely balance each other out exceptionally well for me. Certainly no priority. I know that footy's technically my job now, which is a different relation to art as a passion and a hobby, but they still both serve me in a very similar way in terms of footy doesn't fully feel like a job and art doesn't either. So it's nice to have two things that I can explore, and when one thing's not working you can focus on the other and everything feels alright. Away from coaching can be a pretty highly pressured sort of job. What do you like to do to get away from it or keep yourself fresh?
Yeah, I take a really sort of affirmative or assertive approach to dealing with the challenges of the job. It's just being physically fit, and exposing yourself to the elements. That's why I love to swim in the bay, the occasional surf. I've said a few times that I play guitar pretty badly, but I'll put myself out there on my own at home and try and improve a little bit. I read. So I've got enough sort of distractions, and spending time with Dana and the boys when I can. Kai and Noah, family's critical and important to anyone's well-being, definitely mine, and we're really close.
You touched on reading. Have you? What are you reading at the moment? You always got something going on.
Yeah, well, I've just finished a book. There was Terry Hayes' first book was I Am Pilgrim, and it's a good book. And his next one that I've just finished is one called The Year of the Locust. So I highly recommend both of those books.
Nice.
And I've usually got 2 or 3 on the go. There's another couple that are floating around that help me with my train of thought and maybe my sort of layers of critical thinking.
Picture books, mate.
Picture, occasional
more down that angle for me.
Not many words. So you and I were having a bit of I was laughing at your expense, which I apologise for. You were walking around with your cane, and I brought up Willy Wonka or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I told you about a scene where Gene Wilder, who was Willy Wonka in the first movie, is limping out with his cane gets stuck, and he stumbles, everyone thinks he's going to hurt himself, and he does a forward somersault, and you didn't know what I was talking about, did you?
No idea, I don't watch movies.
So tell me, like with your injury and your choice of apparatus to help you get around, did you have a choice of crutches or a cane and you went the cane? What did you do?
Well, funny sort of background on that, but supposed to be on crutches the first week or so, then got told to wean onto one, but I just thought it looked funny, one crutch. And a couple of years ago for Mad Monday, the boys used a cane, and there's been a cane in our house for 2 years, and we just haven't thrown it out. And I just thought it made sense that was its purpose. It was waiting
classic.
for me, so I grabbed it, and I actually like it. I think it's a nice little fashion piece.
It's very
Keep rolling it.
sophisticated. Yeah, you've aged 35 years,
Yeah,
mate. Or
that
maybe
little
even
taste.
more.
A little taste of the future.
Well, Flea, it's been a great pleasure, and it wasn't as romantic as I thought it was going to be. It's been superb sitting here and enjoying the mission tortillas and chew the fat. So I appreciate you being here with me.
Beautiful, mate. A few candles next time.
Absolutely.
Cheers.